Reading music. Video lesson number 1. Hello class. Welcome to your first video lesson. Today I will be teaching you how to read music. This is where the fun begins. The learning objective for this lesson is that you will be able to read music on the grand staff in both treble and bass clef. First, let me show you what the staff is. The staff is made up of 5 lines and 4 spaces, and is where music notes are written. Now let's put this symbol, called a treble clef, at the beginning of the staff. The placement of a note on the staff and the clef determine the name of that note. In treble clef, the notes on the spaces spell out F, A, C, and E, face, from bottom to top. The lines, also going from bottom to top, give us the letters E, G, B, D, and F. A couple phrases to remember these notes are "Every good boy does fine" and "Elephant's got big dirty feet." When all of these notes are placed on the staff at once, there are 9 notes. However, there are more than just 9 notes in music. You may be wondering, but Ms. B, we're only using A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. That's 7. How are there 9 notes? Well, in music, each pitch is repeated in different octaves. An octave is the closest distance between 2 pitches of the same letter name. If we take a look at a piano keyboard, you can see that there are a lot more than 7 keys. Let's start here on middle C. Count the white keys until you hit the 8th key. That 8th key is also C. We will call that note C5. The distance from middle C to C5 is an octave. Any note that is located before the groupings of 2 flat keys on a piano is C. If we look down the keyboard to the lowest C, that C is C1. Each pitch is labeled with a number after it to determine the octave placement. But for now, we will simply be dealing with the letter names of notes. Going back to our treble clef, let's notate middle C. In order to do this, we must add a ledger line to extend our staff. This is how we fit more notes onto a page. A ledger line is a little line placed above or below the staff to notate a higher note or a lower note, respectively. Middle C is on the first ledger line below the staff. If we go up to the space underneath the bottom line of the staff, we get the note D. Then we can fill in the rest of our notes that we learned earlier, with bass and "Every good boy does fine." When we add a note to the top space of the top line of the staff, we get another G. These are all of the notes that we will be learning in treble clef today. Now let's learn about the other clef we will be using, bass clef. Bass clef is used to write notes lower than those that can be read comfortably in treble clef. We will again be using the staff, but the letter names of the notes will be different than treble clef here. The 4 spaces, starting from the bottom, spell out A, C, E, and G. A helpful phrase to remember this is "All cows eat grass." The lines, once again starting from the bottom, spell out G, B, D, F, and A. To remember these notes, remember the phrase "Good burritos don't fall apart." While the notes look the same on the staff between the 2 clefs, they do not sound the same. What is written as C in treble clef is E in bass clef. It is important to always look at the clef your music is written in when reading music. Some music, such as piano music, requires the use of both clefs at the same time. A treble clef staff and a bass clef staff are put together to create the grand staff. This is what it looks like. Notice how middle C is in the middle of the 2 staves. Now that you have gotten to the end of this lesson, let's recap what you've learned. The staff, treble clef, face and "Every good boy does fine" or "Elephant's got big dirty feet" to help you remember the notes in treble clef, bass clef, "All cows eat grass" and "Good burritos don't fall apart" to help you remember the notes in bass clef, and the grand staff. Tomorrow in class, I will review what you have learned and then answer any questions you may have. Have a wonderful day and see you in class!